Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
Parental advisory. Oh, you ain't ready for this. Hello, and welcome. Again, you've been warned. You ain't ready for this. All right, welcome back to the welcome to the first episode of Salty and Petty.
He's, of course, a little bit petty, and I'm a whole lot of salty.
That's right. Salty little Hellfire and Petty Phil. How are you? How are you?
Ooh, you guys are in for a treat.
I don't know if any show after this is going to match your rant snuggie of this first episode. So you're setting a high bar in ranting.
Well, it's not even ranting. It's full out boycott. I'm calling for a boycott on the very first episode. So, Phil and I had planned for at least the first 2 episodes of the show to be together, but a certain airline, let's call it Northeast, just refuses to get its shit together. So, my flight was delayed, and not a flight can go out for a whole week. So, we are not going to do the first 2 episodes side by side together in the same room, but we will, when the weather thaws out, definitely try to rearrange that plan. But for now, yeah, and it's like I felt the rage because I actually bought a coat. If you guys don't know, I live in Florida. Phil lives in Pennsylvania. I actually bought like a winter coat, like the hat, the gloves, like the little scarf. Like I even made sure that the gloves could they have the little thing for your phone. So it's like I bought boots. the whole shebang. I spent a lot of money on like winter clothes, and I had been packed for a week. Like literally, was just sitting by the door. I went to the airport extra early just in case.
Oh yeah. Oh well, you stay. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't have been as bad, but it's supposed to get warmer as the week progresses.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like in the teens on Monday, and then by Friday, it's supposed to be in the 50s.
Yeah, same thing here. So it was literally like I woke up at like I think it was like 4 a.m. It was literally below freezing in Florida, and I'm like, I was shivering the whole day because I don't know if you guys fly or not, but like they keep the terminal doors open, and it's just really cold for the most part in the airport. So yeah, especially in the wintertime. So yeah, I'm just super super disappointed in Northeast. Fuck it, I'll just say it. It's Southwest. You can fight me. I call for a boycott. They kept saying that it was weather delays, but it was really a staffing issue. The more that you like put the pieces together and you heard like the people that make the announcements and the flight attendants on the side, you kind of start to put together this picture. And then it was even worse in places like Dallas, Denver, like literally the day before Christmas and Christmas Day, there were people sleeping on cots in those airports because 500 people did not show up.
Wow.
500 people all together called out. What does that seem like to you? A strike. They're unionizing, and they should. Flight attendants and just get the shit end of the stick. They literally get radiation poisoning from flying so much. I forget the specific kind of radiation, but yeah, they get it a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same thing with like pilots and stuff, that it's low level radiation, but they're doing it every day across the country, sometimes across, oceans and stuff. Like,
yeah,
they're treated like poop. They don't get paid when they show up. They get paid when the doors close and open. That's the only time that they get paid for. When they're training, they don't, they have to live in like flop houses for like 6 months of their first training. They don't have a home. They have nowhere to go. They're just bouncing through all these little flop houses like they're, women of ill repute from the 1800s. Like, I just can't. I feel bad for the flight attendants, but I also felt bad for the family. So it's a no-win situation all around.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel bad for everyone stranded, yourself included, but and again, people aren't striking when they're happy. I mean, it's money, it's
Ever since,
benefits.
like right when the before times, it was bad, but now it's really bad because a lot of people died and they didn't replace those people and they overworked these people. And a lot of people, like one flight attendant did come in for a Fort Lauderdale flight and she did it for free. She did it for free because those people had been stuck in the airport for 3 days. She shouldn't have to do it for free. Give that woman overtime.
God bless. Oh yeah, give her.
I don't know what we're gonna do about the airline, but I say that the country needs light rail. We need to invest in light rail like Europe does.
Yes.
And we wouldn't have this problem.
Yes. Oh yeah, they would have to get to that.
Like a train to Pittsburgh would have been like $400. A train? Excuse me?
Yeah.
And it's not even a sleeping car? Excuse me? $2 extra $100 and I can go all the way to California. Yeah, our infrastructure is a problem in America, and like I said, because of COVID, so many people died and we didn't replace them, and we're overworking all the other people, and then we're not even appreciating the people that we're overworking. Eat the rich. Again, this podcast will be your weekly reminder to eat the rich. So if you're rich, donate to us so we don't eat you.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of industries. Yeah, a lot of people. COVID took out a lot of people in most industries.
Why aren't our major cities walkable like in Europe? Why do you shit in America? Like, well, I get it. Like we built this city, we did build our backs on the Industrial Revolution in America and everything, but that shouldn't stop us in 2022. That was 200 years ago. We should have walkable cities. We should have light rail. We should have better public transportation. We should not be treating the people that we depend on like nurses who are, at least in New York, definitely going to strike or have struck at this point. Probably.
Well,
they're overwhelmed with RSV because, nobody's masking anymore. COVID's over. No, it's not. We're literally in the middle of a COVID winter right now, and that's gonna be the new norm, unfortunately.
I
just don't get it.
Everybody's like, oh, there's no money. There's no money. Where's the money going?
Like the Pentagon literally said they lost what was it, like 500 billion? The day before, whatever that was, like right before 9/11, we lost a lot of money. And then right at the war, we also magically lost a lot of money that got dropped somewhere. They're stealing all the taxpayer money that we put in, and my generation they literally canceled Social Security. I knew that from a young age that I was never going to have Social Security, but to actually have it, screw you. like to actually get the confirmation that, yeah, Social Security's done. We're out. You guys are officially screwed. And then boomers won't retire. Gen X is absolutely useless and apathetic. They don't care. They were looking forward to nuclear annihilation their whole damn childhood, so they're no help. Gen Z's running around trying to do the best they can, and we're just like, yeah, burn it down.
I wanted to see in the worst way, but I mean, for show content, I think it might have been the best thing to lock you in an airport all day.
Yeah.
She's full hot, kids. She's full hot.
Yeah, last night, I thank God, I had time in the line when I was trying to figure out what was going on and if I could get a ticket or not. And unfortunately, I couldn't because their whole system was fucked. I had time to calm down, and it's not the people at the kiosks' fault. They're doing the best they can. They literally have thousands of people very, very irate and angry, obviously, and they can't do anything for them.
Yeah, like I said, at least you're home. At least you went.
Yeah, at least I was at home. Like I said, and then there's this is why I just really, really feel like eating the rich. Okay, so the car rentals literally skyrocketed. So anybody who wanted to drive had to spend minimum $500.
Oh yeah,
just to get a car. There were no hotel rooms, all booked up, all super, super expensive. When I looked at it, and I was like, why is a Motel 6 $200? It's not even a Studio 6. Now, if it's a Studio 6, okay, fine. If you know, you know. But a regular raggedy ass Motel 6 that ain't been updated since 1984.
Wow.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And I know you hate humanity, but I mean, you could have rented out a second bedroom with Hellfire first,
or a third. Yeah, I know.
For some coin. Yeah.
I mean, I thought about Airbnb, but like again, I'm not that kind of person. Like it's eat the rich. I don't appreciate. Like if it's a mutual aid thing, cool, but like profiteering, no. No. I just couldn't. I couldn't have the heart, and of course, I have 4 dogs who don't like people.
Hey,
So
hey, that's security. It's like, hey,
it is.
Hey.
I have 4 dogs who absolutely hate humanity just as much as I do.
you could pay for somewhere to sleep for the night, and if you think about messing with me, my dogs will eat your genitals. Thank you.
So yeah, I'm just really disappointed. I was looking forward to seeing Luca. I wanted to give Danielle her present. I got you a really cool present. I even bought your birthday present with me too. So.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be like a whole thing. We're gonna go to a hockey game, but I'm glad you guys are still going. I hope you really enjoy it. I love hockey. So yeah. I hope that sparks and hopefully like Luca will be like, yeah, hockey's cool, and he'll put it in his sports rotation.
Probably.
Don't tell him, but I bought him like a one of his gifts was like a little like hockey trivia book, and then also
really?
wait, no, I think it was actually the Pittsburgh Steelers trivia book. I didn't end up getting the hockey one, but I will get it again if he likes that one. I'll get him the hockey one too. But yeah, I think I ended up getting him the Pittsburgh Steelers trivia book. I'll have to double check.
That, yeah.
And then I got him a little Troy Pomalobo like bobblehead thing.
Okay.
And then, of course, I got him the Hot Wheels game for his PlayStation. Oh, it was so cute. Him open up his present, by the way.
Yes.
He was like, I missed that thing. That's like when I opened my, like, my first, like, what was it? It was a Nintendo 64.
That's all he wanted. Every day he's, like, looking under the trees. Like, he's
shaking it.
Because, like, we
wrapped it. Socks!
Wrapped
it. Not be socks!
Wrapped it and took it over to my parents. That's where he opened it at. Because he's, like, looking, he's like, where's it at? Because he's telling Danielle, he's like, they're on Amazon. He's like, you can get me a like Christmas present.
No, see how my parents used to freak me out with my big present. Yeah, it would never be in the house, and like it'd just be like socks, t-shirts, little books and shit, and you'd just be like, where is it? Where's that bike?
Oh, he told my parents ahead of time. He goes, I would rather have nothing than clothes.
Just wait, that's gonna change in about 2 years.
Except the 2 shirts. He wanted a Justin Jefferson jersey, and then he got another NBA one. I forget which one, but yeah, he's like, I wanted Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, I am so super disappointed, but like I said, we're definitely gonna make that happen soon.
Yeah.
Soon as the weather thaws out.
Maybe we'll do a live broadcast from the side of the pool. Who knows?
I was gonna say, Phil, we could always do it. We can do a Disney World vacation.
Oh.
Orlando's a lot nicer than Tampa. I'm not gonna lie. We got the Disney police. Even their downtown's called Disney Springs. It's really nice, actually. I like Orlando. It's just that it's like literally in the middle of the state, and there's like no water. Which, if you live in Florida and you don't live by the water, what the fuck's the point? Honestly, like that's the only nice thing about Florida. There's water everywhere, and of course, Disney World smack dab in the middle of Central Florida, next to nothing. Which is the point. Fun fact, did you know the CIA bought Walt Disney all that land?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Interesting, right?
Aren't there
and all of a sudden they're a propaganda war machine if you look at all their films. I'm just saying Walt Disney's a shill. Suck it, mouse muffers.
Secret underground tunnels.
Children go miss. Lots of children go missing every year. It's like that Simpsons episode. Are they in It's the Small World after all? Singing?
Maybe they did freeze him. Oh, there you go. There we go. Every couple episodes, we'll do conspiracy theories.
Couple? I'm filled with them. I live in Florida.
She lives in a conspiracy theory. She lives in a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, this whole state. Don't even get me started. But yeah, let's calm down. So that was my rant snuggie. My snuggie rant. I will actually probably have a snuggie for the next one.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Oh, by the way, you like my t-shirt?
Yes, Hawkeye. Oh, nice.
Bishop.
I didn't see this picture. Nice.
Yeah, I got it at Walmart. It was really cool. So yeah, I was like, oh, it's the one with Kate Bishop, because of course my new Christmas tradition is watching Hawkeye.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. I told you I liked Hawkeye. He's my favorite Avenger of the MCU. He's so like disregarded.
Yeah. Oh.
Like everybody hypes up Bucky, and I'm like, they literally look alike. So what's the difference? I know Jeremy Renner gets mad when he looks at Sebastian Stan. He's like, I was a model too. I never really got the Sebastian Stan hype, so you know, you can hate all you want, but it's the truth.
Shop, you like a short king.
I do, just not that one.
Oh,
He's not even short though. Like I said, he's like 5'11". So yeah.
Oh, I didn't get down, but up on the shelf, you probably can't see it. It's kind of dark up there. But I did pull the trigger. I got the mullet Superman. Funko.
Nice. Stay tuned, potentially, on the Patreon.
And again, just to stay on brand, I also, well, again, I got the Kyle Rayner from that series, the mullet Superman, and of course, just to stay on brand, I had to get the
Batman, my favorite character.
Oh, I got like, can you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got that one. This is the death of the Snyderverse. So I figured I should pick up all the ones I can. They might be worth money from the Snyder Bros. And they even had Cyborg. I was proud of them. And of course, my favorite, shiny blue suit Superman. So let's get an F in the chat for the DC universe. Like I never really was a fan of James Gunn. Like I like the Suicide Squad. It was an improvement. And I like Peacemaker, but I don't want my whole DC movie universe to be that. Like it's giving me Dan DiDio vibes. And now I've made my peace with Dan DiDio. I think he's a great guy personally. I met him. He was just really sweet and just trying to do the best he could. You know, it's not his fault people didn't tell him no.
50% off the remains of the Snyderverse. 50% off of the remains of
Dude,
the.
no, these were literally 25 cents. So 75% off. From $1. These were originally $1. Whoa. I got them for 25 cents. So 75% off the Snyderverse.
Hey, can someone have an after Christmas sale and like put that Lego Optimus Prime on sale for like dirt cheap?
I mean, if you want to drive to Alabama, there's actually a store called Dirt Cheap, and they sell lots of really cool collectible toys. I think they're only in like Alabama, a little bit of Georgia, and some of Louisiana. Or get Will to drive over from Arkansas. Like, road trip, baby!
He travels sometimes for his new job, so I used to be like, you ever go to Alabama? Go
Yeah, it's one specifically in Athens, Alabama that I probably will end up driving to when the weather gets better. So, it's not that bad of a drive from Florida, so
just watch.
I just tend to not go to Alabama as a black person, so
Hell, I'd be scared to go as a white person.
well, actually, my grandma ended up retiring down there, so a lot of old people do that from like up north because the land was really dirt cheap, and it's like actually a lot of like retirement communities similar to Florida and Alabama, so filled with like people that moved down from like Chicago, Detroit. So in Athens is actually around that area, so that's why I was like, okay, there's one in a decent part of Alabama, so we can go to that. You know?
I feel like a lot of old people are just like, I'm retired, but I'm not going to Florida. I'll go south, but not Florida, because like I have an aunt and uncle.
Well, it's packed. You know, honestly, the retirement community, the biggest one, the Villages, they actually are like one of like the biggest cities when you put everything together. But like they've kind of restricted the 55 and up communities here in Florida. Something voting probably. I'm not sure what that's about, but yeah, there's like getting to be fewer and fewer being built, and so I think that's why. Plus, it's warm there. It's actually like the weather's really nice. Like the winter's super mild. So if you're from up north, like say Detroit, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Chicago, those areas, and you come down, the winter's super mild.
Yeah.
Like you still get snow, but it just won't stick.
Yeah, I have an aunt and uncle who retired down to South Carolina, so.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are like, do I want to go to Florida and get hit by a hurricane every 2 seconds?
True. That's why I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. Event. You know, as soon as that work visa comes through, I'm out of here.
It's like as long as I got the warm weather, do I really need to be right on the water?
I mean, like I said, if you live in Florida and you're not near the water, I don't know what you're doing, babes.
Exactly. If you're not right on the water, it's like, what's the point?
It's like, it's not even the water, but specifically, I don't want to be on the Atlantic side because the Atlantic Ocean is garbage. As a California girl, Atlantic Ocean is garbage.
Oh my God.
It's what separates us from England. Let it stay over there. You have to live on the Gulf side.
To separate us from England, it's 4T.
Exactly. But okay, so our discussion today is actually Quantum Leap. This is more Phil's area. I actually just like binge watched everything and dug through the forums to kind of like get a feel of like new Quantum Leap fans and like old like Sam Beckett fans
Yes.
kind of thing.
And I just got the Blu-rays and I just like binge watched the entire 5 seasons. So
Okay, so fun fact, we've been talking kind of back and forth about Quantum Leap, and he said he really didn't like the 5th season. And of course it was rearranged from the original, and I'm not really sure why they did it. It's just like after the 5th season it was arranged, except for the last series finale episode, which they restored the original music for.
the theme song, they did a completely different theme song. Yeah, it's weird.
And then like I found the soundtrack. The soundtrack actually kind of slaps.
I have the soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the original guy and then the new guy that I guess like took over. So the original guy was Mike Post that did like the theme and a lot of like the scoring and stuff. And I guess like back in the day Mike Post was like
Oh yeah, didn't he do a bunch of those shows?
Yeah, he did it. He was kind of like our Arrowverse guy. He like, was everywhere doing everything.
Oh yeah, I think if you look at a lot of 80s shows, you'll see like Mike Post's name like all through the credits and stuff. Yeah.
And then of course this is like one of my favorite people that produced this. I don't know why I didn't get into it because I love Donald P. Belisario. Shout out to his daughter Trojan, who is from Pretty Little Liars, but he also is like responsible for the not the NCIS, the CSI franchise, which in my day, back in the day, that was my jam, the whole franchise. I'm talking from top to bottom. I'm talking regular original Las Vegas, and then, you know, all the spinoffs, including Cyber with Bow Wow. Don't judge me, but like that was my franchise. Because of course they had a Florida one, so that was my franchise. So I was really surprised that I don't know, it's just something about Quantum Leap I just did not like. And you know what it is? I just, not to be that person, I just never really, Scott Bakula, he's just not really, his facial structure just doesn't pull me in.
Oh, damn.
Scott Bakula cannot get it.
Whoa.
And then, like, to top it off, later on, he goes on to do the worst Star Trek show.
Yeah. But in his defense, I mean, they didn't give him the best Star Trek either.
Exactly. He should have known.
Right, that's true.
And I do feel bad for that series because their series finale is a Riker memory. Like what is that?
Yeah. A holodeck, yeah. Oh, we're gonna have to do.
We already knew the answer to it too. We did that in Next Generation.
Eventually, we're gonna have to get an Enterprise in here, guys.
Oh, did you see the new comic book that just came out that actually kind of talks about what happened with the Illyrians when he met them?
No.
Yeah, go pick up the new Star Trek comic book. It's not by our original friends. There's some other people, but it's really good. It's only on the first issue.
Yeah,
so.
I'll be going shopping this week. The trips I was supposed to make with Lilith, but
I know, but look. Okay, hold on, wait. I gotta show you. Like, I'm actually in my Star Trek bag right now.
Oh!
They're all of them. Like, there's the ones from the movies. Hey,
I don't
the
think
JJ verse.
I don't think he sent me a list yet, but you know who had some like old Star Trek comics,
like the Marvel ones. I've been looking for the Marvel ones specifically.
You know what? I think he might. Rob Southgate had a bunch in his garage he's looking to get rid of.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So,
once he sends the list, we'll go through it.
Yeah. Because
for sure.
Yeah, because
also something you might really like. I got for Christmas.
I saw that in the store. I saw that in Walmart. I almost got that one day.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, I love it.
I know. I saw that at Walmart. I was like, oh, I should get that.
And you know, bless their hearts, they tried.
Oh, I saw that too.
But I specifically wanted the pen. Too. So
yeah, I saw.
I don't know about the mug, but I definitely like the pen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, you guys tried. I love that for you.
Yeah, like I said, I got that 90s JLA Funkos. Well, I got this mullet Superman, the Batman, and then Kyle Rayner's over there.
Yeah, I can't wait to put this one up. I wish they had like the actual. You know what they need to do? They need to do the actual big star. You know how like they have the big giant Galactus.
Yes,
that's what I actually want. This would be cool if it was like that size.
Create it with all the Funkos and a giant Starro one. Yeah.
Dear DC, I'm giving you free ideas.
I'm surprised they didn't do that already, you know, especially after the Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, but
Exactly.
at least
No, exactly my point.
the name recognition's out there now. So
No, exactly my point. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that the series overall is really like it gets kind of weird after season 3. I don't know what that's about. I really couldn't put my finger on it.
Well, starting with season 4, you know, like when he leaps, spoilers, when he leaps home and stuff for that episode, that, you know, they kind of start showing the project a little more, not like the new series where they show it every episode, but yeah, I mean, they start showing the project more. And I don't know if they were like battling cancellation or they were just like,
oh they definitely were, as I was looking at the ratings and stuff.
Yeah.
But that's not really what the fans wanted, though. From my consensus, like all the old fans, like there's a Facebook fan that's fan group that's like old Quantum Leap fans only, and like so everybody's like 60 and up in that damn thing. No tea, no shade. And they're just like, oh, you know, they're kind of watching the new show, but they're talking kind of like the old show, and they're like, yeah, after season 3 it gets weird. We really, you know, they didn't really want.
Well, I think that's the thing. They're like, okay, we have our audience, they're locked in. Now we need to start bringing in more people, to, you know, to get the ratings up and whatever.
Me thinks that they were probably gonna probably try to do a spinoff of like the project.
Oh, maybe,
and that's why they kind of started bringing those people in.
Well, and I think I did hear. I don't know. Tell me if you've heard this, but that the final episode that was only supposed to be a season finale, and they had to rework it into a series finale.
Yeah, I did read that somewhere.
Yeah, because it's like it's so weird because you barely get any Al in that episode.
Yeah, well, you know, those two were really, really like fighting with the producers and stuff.
Yeah,
at that point, they were doing like a lot of things with the characters that they didn't think should happen. You know, they're giving them the old Henry Cavill. I know better than you.
But yeah, you could tell they were trying to pull it out of the stops in season 5 for, you know, like Evil Leaper. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like I thought that the side characters that we did get originally. Shout out to like the Donald Trump episode though, whatever that was about.
Oh, the Christmas one with the.
What is it with Donald Trump and Christmas? Because Home Alone, right?
Well, that was the one where, you know, the guy could kind of see Al, so they kind of did like the, you know, the 3 ghosts, you know, being visited by 3 ghosts, right? Yeah. I think that was more like a modern Scrooge tale than a Donald Trump, but it just kind of worked out, yeah.
And what's up with what is it, Gushy?
Gushy, yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. It's just did they want weird names, or was that somebody they knew? I don't know. What do you mean?
Honestly, it's better than the actual name Irving, so you know, whatever. Shout out to all my Irvings. I'm sorry.
Name your computer Ziggy.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought that the pilot was really engaging for the first episode. It's a very cool premise, but also, you know, obviously you can tell that they're inspired by things like Here Comes Mr. Jordan, Heaven Can Wait, and then also like that 60 show I found out, Time Tunnel was kind of inspired by it. And they really did want to do an anthology series, but of course at the time networks hated anthology series because they still hate them to this day. It's why we don't get a lot of them. But it's the best way. Like I'll say it. I'll go out on a limb, even though it's in the decline. The American Horror Story. It's an anthology series, but they use all the same actors. You know what I mean? So.
Well, that's another one. What season is American Horror Story on?
I think they just did season 11. No, season 10. Yeah, the one that's in New York or whatever. That's season 10, technically.
Did they take a break on that? Because
they did. Well, you know, COVID. They had done like a 2-parter. That was but it was still technically only season 9, but it was a 2-parter, and then they had to take like a break and come back to do 10. Plus, they do American Horror Stories, which is just like original one-offs to supplement as well, because everybody's kind of taking their sweet time making TV shows now. I don't know if you noticed. People take 2 years now to make one season, and then it's only like 6 episodes. So yeah, everybody wanted to love their British shows. We wanted quality, but keep the quantity. I don't know if you understood the assignment, guys.
Yeah, and then just like Quantum Leap, it's like the first season. I mean, after a while, they get rid of some of those concepts where it's just like, oh yeah, we're battling, the government for financing and stuff, and just. I'm like, I
The
don't know.
most realistic part of it, yes, they got rid of.
I mean, I get it. The government's stupid. I'll give you that. But I'm just like, no matter how well intentioned, do you really want to leave someone out there bouncing through time without any support when they could f up the timeline? Do you really want to do it? I mean, if anything deserves funding, hey, let's keep an eye on this guy.
Exactly. But I'm going to just say it is definitely a product of its time because it aired from like 89 to 93.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is for everything that I seem to see is that like as people liked, Scott, but people loved Dean Stockwell, aka Al.
Oh yeah.
So, and that I actually ended up liking that character as well a lot more than Sam. So I thought, and rest his soul, he's passed away, but he's the person that originally kicked off, wanting to do the reboot, and then it had died in development hell.
Yeah, they were.
And he did get to see like the first scripts, and he said, "No, this is not really what I had in mind," which is why Scott is kind of like very resistant.
Yeah.
To the whole thing, if you've been following, he's just been kind of like, I don't really want anything to do with the show, especially since Al has passed away, and he said he didn't really like the direction that he thought you guys might go. But now, like with a lot of fan pressure, I feel like we are gonna rescue Sam Beckett, whether that is the series finale of the new show or something, and then they bring him in for like the final season. I feel like that's really what all this negotiating and all the writing is leading to. I do like that they pulled in like old characters.
Oh yeah, like
and they're like, we don't know what their motivations really are. We have, of course, Al's daughter, right? Did I get that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's really like it's really cool that they kind of like brought her in because of like how she was conceived. That whole thing. I like when I got to that, I was like, no fucking way. Modern TV would never. Like that was the thing that really threw me for a loop. That's when Quantum Leap. It didn't jump the shark. It just was like, okay, they're doing anything they can. But I did like it. I felt like that, like he wanted that for his friends so bad, and like their friendship is really what drives the show in the later seasons, and really what saves it from being an absolute clusterfuck. Because those last 2 seasons, they were throwing everything at the wall, but it really did end up being about those two's relationship and how much they really cared for each other. And you just don't see bromances like that on TV anymore.
No, like
there's no sexual tension or anything like that between them, like modern TV shows would totally do.
Yeah. No, like you said, the chemistry's great, and it's like, just
they were actually real friends off set too, and that kind of like carried over. You could tell. So,
and again, it's like that show was so fresh because it's like every episode you kind of had to switch it up, and besides those two, you kind of got a new cast every episode.
Yeah. Which I think that's probably a budgetary thing about why networks don't really like doing anthology shows, especially if it's like every single week. It's why like a lot of those, I don't know if you guys are like 90s kids like I am, but like they had a few that were like first run syndication, like that Friday the 13th TV show that had nothing to do with the Friday the 13th movie franchise. And like, well, like with the exception of maybe Tales from the Crypt, I would say it would be probably the only successful one from the 90s, and that was on HBO, which had the budget, and it was based on like, those old horror comic books as well, so it had name recognition with an older crowd. So
I mean, and I think we're gonna have to do that at some point too. I'm pretty sure I remember this, but I think that Tales from the Crypt, like they would like rerun those. What was it, like by a local?
Yeah, on like Fox at night. Yeah, me too.
And you had to edit the crap out of them. Yeah.
Well, at one time, Fox and HBO, they had a really friendly like production sharing thing. Yeah, it's why like Buffy had their reruns once they went to the WB as like a whole thing. But yeah, they had like Martin was a part of that like HBO Fox like production merger thing. So yeah, back in the day they had like a really friendly because of course they didn't have any network, like regular network companies. So I think that's why they formed that kind of alliance.
Yeah.
But yeah, me too.
I was like, I know.
After the news, woohoo!
I know. I think it might have been Saturday night. Yeah, wasn't it like competing with like Saturday Night Live at one point? Yeah.
At one point, yeah. This was before Mad TV, so yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Mad TV.
I'm like, they cut the nudity and the swearing out? What the hell?
It was still good though, even without
Yeah.
that. But yeah, when I saw it on HBO, I was like, oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, we were a Showtime family for a very long time. And then we got the full packages with like Stars and HBO. And I was like, ooh, HBO. After Dark.
Oh, yeah. At first, like, it's like my parents didn't get any of those premium channels. I'd run down to my friend's house who had HBO.
Yeah, I was a Showtime family.
Ooh, fancy.
And now I can't stand CBS or Showtime. So this was originally like an NBC show, which obviously is why. Yeah. Can you watch this on Peacock? I have Peacock, but I watch other stuff on Peacock. I watch Highlander.
I think it is on Peacock. Yes. Like I said,
is it like next day you can watch it, or maybe?
I
don't know how Peacock really. I don't really understand Peacock.
Oh no. I was thinking about the original. The original's on Peacock.
Oh yeah, the original is on Peacock.
Yeah, no. This is on regular NBC.
No, I know, but like some of the shows that they have, they like do like next day because they don't want, because they don't, NBC is not a part of Hulu anymore.
Yeah, I really don't have Peacock, but I think I
have it. I'm gonna have to look.
Yeah, it's got to go up there. Yeah, it's on there
because the new season is coming, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Well, I actually got rid of my DVR on my cable package.
Oh, but no, yeah, kids, when this hits the podcast, yes, season 1 returns today. So yeah, go make sure you check that out. And then they renewed it for season 2. So I'm guessing
I really feel like there has been a lot of like I wouldn't say squabbling. I'll just say negotiation with with Scott to get him to come. He made like that big statement about how he didn't want to be a part of it. He didn't care for it or whatever. But like the writing tells me that they're this close to getting him. Either it's to rescue him, to end that story and make it more, more happy. And so that I think that's what a lot like all the old fans. The show is very successful because I think the old fans are actually watching. They are actually curious what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I think it's really interesting that who they put in as the lead, like he's not a white guy.
Yeah.
And I like that. And they have the black guy that they brought back too, and he's like a main focus driving. So
Ernie
Hudson. Yeah. I was like, shout out to Ernie Hudson. Look at your baby. I was like, that's so cute.
Yeah, and then the tie to that season 1 or that original series episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, they got their name, Ernie Hudson. Yeah, it's like.
And I think he's doing a really bang up job. He might be taking just they have given him an actual story though.
Yeah.
And it's a little more interesting than Ben's. Like I feel like Ben is he is a mess.
Well, again, I mean, you run that risk, I guess, with like sequel series because it's like, yeah, we kind of know that first season of the original, Sam Beckett.
And they're kind of breaking some of the rules too of the original series from everything that I've seen.
Oh, yeah, no way.
And so that has really ruffled a lot of feathers. But I feel like eventually they're gonna explain it. And I think that's what I mean. They're doing that so that they can bring back Sam Beckett. I feel like that's the whole point.
I feel like they kind of give themselves a loophole for bending any rules because they're like, oh yeah, before he leaves, he put all kinds of like new code and Ziggy and stuff. So I just feel like that's like their little loophole.
Ooh, it's giving Felicity. It's giving Felicity.
I know.
You know how I feel about that.
I know, but it's so weird because it's like Sam Beckett right away. They're like, oh yeah, he has all these PhDs and stuff. It's like, do they really tell you how like what kind of education or like what background Ben has? It's like really not.
He seems like he's kind of a ne'er-do-well. Like I'm just saying, Ben seems like he's a scammer. Mark my words, something is up with Ben.
Well, he is
not who he says he is.
He was keeping secrets from his fiance.
He is not who he says he is. Mark my words.
Oh, that's why I keep waiting for it. Them just
the other shoe to drop.
I know they revealed all this stuff, but I'm just like, oh my god, is he gonna be like a?
He leaped, but like, okay, so what really threw me the first time when he leaped beyond his lifetime?
Yeah,
I was just like, ooh, what's going on here?
I know. I was waiting for some kind of loophole,
and that was more toward the end before the break, where he did that, right?
I was.
It was like the middle of.
Yeah, it wasn't like right away. Yeah, like that shocked me too, but it's like I was waiting for the loophole because Sam Beckett did that once when he leaped.
Yeah, he did it once too.
But it was his relative. It was his.
It was his
descendant.
relative, yeah.
His
So it was like
ancestor. Yeah. That's what I was waiting
that
for.
actually made sense to me when I was watching that
It
episode.
was a genetic thing, and
Yeah,
I was waiting for that.
it was giving Highlander.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they gave themselves a loophole with Ziggy where it's just like, oh, hey, put a new code so you can leap outside his lifetime. There's no waiting room because used to be the person he leaped into came back.
I kind of don't like that. I like they have definitely been trying to explain that too much. Just leave it to my imagination. I'm fine. I don't need an explanation.
Yeah,
I don't need that. I think that they do try to go into explanation too much in the new show, where the old show they give you the parameters, and when they break a parameter, they literally give you the reason why they broke that parameter, and then they never mention it again, and we're all just having fun. Like, I think that the new show does take itself a little too seriously, just a little bit. They need to have more fun. I think that's what's holding them back, is like they have this whole legacy they feel like that's on their shoulders that they have to uphold, but at the same time they're kind of doing something new and different, and trying to like they feel guilty almost. Like, we know we're breaking this thing, but we're gonna do it because we want to. It's, you know, it's our show and it's a new thing, but at the same time they have this huge legacy.
but again, we're not even through the first season. Do you think a lot of it is just like, oh, they're trying to find out what they should keep from the original? But it's like we want to be original too. We want to.
That's the chance you run. Didn't MacGyver kind of run into that problem too?
I don't know.
Oh, you never watched it? I thought you said you were.
No. I wanted to, but I haven't done the rewatch yet. But
because that's what I actually chose to watch instead of Quantum Leap. So yeah, I'm a Richard Dean Anderson guy. Obviously, as a Star, you know, as a Stargate fan, obviously I'm all RDA all the way. Honestly, if they didn't cast him as O'Neill, I probably would have never gotten into Stargate. Yeah, so yeah, I am a MacGyver person, not a Quantum Leap person. So
there's a goal. I need to get a Richard Dean Anderson to talk to us. And Will could be like, "Whoa,
listen,
girl, get
Richard Dean Anderson can get it. He is not a problematic person. So.
Oh my! Oh my God! I can hear all our friends now saying, "Do it! I want to see a giddy little hellfire for once."
Yeah, he's a really great interviewee too. So, and you know, I just heard that Amazon has been kind of trying to reach out to him for the new Stargate show that they're working on but not working on. Wink, wink. And I just said without Brad Wright, it won't work. So I really feel like if they do, I feel like Richard Dean Anderson will say, hey, you're going to have Brad Wright if you want me. That's kind of a package deal on both ends, because he definitely did want to have him in at least the first season. Everything that I've kind of like read and seen from Brad Wright. So, yeah. Richard Dean Anderson never ruined my favorite franchise. But I like I said, I've come to peace with Sky Bakula. It's not his fault. I mean, who wouldn't want to sign up for Star Trek? It was literally at that time a guaranteed 7-season gig.
Oh,
although
really?
he did ruin that streak.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally get it. It's a cool franchise to want to be a part of. But
I mean, and not just.
I would have read the pilot and said,
I know, but that temptation's there. Like, we're going to give you the captain's share, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that the first season of Quantum Leap is super engaging, super fun.
Yes.
It like I said, it is a time capsule from the period in which it ran, but it still kind of actually like holds up. Like the effects aren't that bad. It's you know, it's nothing worse than, you know, Marvel on a Saturday afternoon, you know, or Disney on a Saturday afternoon.
I still love that original leaping effect from the original series when he leaps.
Me too.
I'm like, they need to make the new one closer to that.
Well, it's crazy. Like the more technology we get, the worse CGI gets. What the F is up with that? Like
what's like you?
Shout out to Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, but your CGI was god awful. For you guys that have the mouse behind you, that CGI was terrible. Terrible. Go buy some technology from James Cameron, for the love of God. What are you doing?
Why? I heard a rumor. I mean, tell me if this is true. That a lot of times the CGI is not as good as like they really work those people to death, like this CGI people. Yeah,
and they don't get paid a lot. Their union they need better union representation, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, same thing with like animators and stuff. Like, cause it's not real work. Yeah, it is real work. It's hard work. I don't see you doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's painstaking time and detail.
Yeah. But like, yeah. It is what it is on that. But yeah, like I said, I really thoroughly enjoyed binge watching it. And like I said, the new show, it's cute in its own way. I'm interested to see where it goes. I feel like I know where it's trying to go, and I hope that they do rescue Sam Beckett and he becomes like, even if it's just in the background, like maybe him and Ernie like get a bromance going. And like he, gets close with Al's daughter if they do bring him back. I think that would bring the series full circle.
Yes.
And like obviously all the old fans kind of want a happy reunion want a happy ending for him. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Like honestly, for that to be a series finale from the early '90s where everything wrapped up in a tiny little bow with very few exceptions, like maybe that show Dinosaurs, where it's the meteor that kills the dinosaurs. Yeah, I watched that as like, I don't know, like an 8-year-old or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Ooh, talking about TGIF. We're definitely gonna have to talk about our favorite TGIF lineups.
I mean, I remember that one as an 8-year-old sitting in the theater. It's like, wait, Optimus Prime is dead and not coming back? What?
Yeah, Gen Alpha could never.
When we all learned about Death Kids.
But, I mean, for me, it was Bambi.
Hey, but... I mean, at least they tried to do a series finale for Quantum Leap, even though it was just a black screen with like a sentence across it. Spoilers. Sam Beckett never leaped home. It's like, wait, what? What?
I know, like a gut punch. I'm just like, what the hell?
And then she's like, oh, we're done.
I mean, even though I knew it, obviously, because I was researching and stuff, but I was like, damn.
It's almost as bad as
that's like, and Oliver never saw Felicity again, although that's a happy ending. I'm just saying that would be the equivalent.
That's a little happy ending. I mean, it was almost
Flash.
I mean, that Quantum Leap was almost as bad as The Sopranos. Like, at least they gave you a sentence.
They're like, no ambiguity here. No. He never got home. Like, you sons of bitches.
Hey,
you could have let me have it.
Oh, you know what I was watching 2 mornings this week that Sci-Fi was playing in the morning that never got a proper series finale? Hasselhoff on Knight Rider.
Don't. No. As somebody who was born in Germany, do not get me started on Knight Rider. Although I will say, shout out to the reboot they did in 2008. That was a really good show.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, one of the better remakes. Although it wasn't even a remake, it was a sequel series.
We're gonna have to do something like that with like we're doing this episode.
Oh, we are absolutely.
The original in 2000, because that was my jam back in. Yeah,
I was shocked that I liked it. Honestly, I was
really shocked. The original, yeah. It holds up. I mean,
I love David Hasselhoff, but like because I'm a Baywatch fan, we'll definitely get there one day. And so like I actually I did Baywatch first, and then I watched Knight Rider, and I was like, "Catch the voice of Mr. Feeney." Yeah, I was like, sweet.
I mean, considering that thing was out in like the early mid '80s, it's
that car. I still want that car. Like, let's all be honest.
Oh man, yeah. As like a 6-year-old.
Wait, I know that there's like a guy who collects. He's the same guy that has like the original Batman '66 car. He has the original like.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever sold it, but I remember that guy. He was like collecting like famous TV cars, and he had like a little museum.
I've seen Kid at least twice. Yeah.
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 Yeah, he used to bring them like cons and stuff. It was matter of fact, that con me and Kelly went to back in the day at the Indiana forget which one, but it was in Indiana. He had it there.
Mm-hmm.
That was like at least 10 years ago, though. So
I saw it at a car show as a kid, and then like maybe a few years ago, I saw it at there was a con up here.
Yeah.
I got rid of my.
See, honestly they don't make TV shows like Quantum Leap, like Knight Rider anymore. It's weird, right?
They merchandise.
Is it too cheesy for modern audiences? Because even like now, which is why I kind of like stopped watching like Law and Order SVU. It's like everything that made it great, they kind of took away slowly but surely, and they tried to like really like modernize it. And it's just like they're afraid to be too sensational with it. Like that was the whole point of it, ripped from the headlines. They've really like kind of downplayed all that now. So
I mean, it depends. Like I think as like different writers.
Ever since Cragen left, it ain't been the same. That's all. Well, actually, Munch and then Cragen. But
yeah, or as writers come and go, sometimes it's more focused on them. Sometimes it's more focused on the case. Yeah, I mean the focus always kinds of shifts.
But it's always about Olivia, baby.
Oh, please, one.
Our favorite Nepo baby. Shout out to our favorite Nepo baby.
Oh, please, one Stabler left. They're like, oh, we have to hold on to her, like grim death, you know.
I think it's the other way around, but that's none of my business.
Whoa.
As much as I love Mariska, when Elliot left, I was like, you couldn't pay both your salaries, huh?
Oh.
We'll have a Law and Order day. Don't worry. We'll have one.
Oh, yeah. No, we're definitely going to do an episode.
Rest in peace, Jerry Ordville.
What episode? Yes, we're going to cover all 40 seasons of every Law and Order.
Oh, no. We're going to cover the Dick Wolf universe, though, for sure. That's going to be an ongoing thing on this podcast. So if you are into propaganda, stay tuned. Oh. It's my favorite propaganda, to be fair. Next is CSI. I'm sorry, but like CSI was that girl when it came out. Although it did really fuck the justice system because it did. It made people really think that that's how that worked. Babes, no. It's not how that really works. It's not how that really works.
How many shows?
The CSI Effect. I remember there were always like at least like I know Dateline did a whole thing about it, and it's really funny. I
love every show where it's just like, here, zoom in on that screen.
It's like, babes, that's not how zoom in. They don't even have that on CCTV. I hate to be the one to say. Now they do. Now we have 4K. 4K is really not even that good.
It comes up all nice, crystal clear too. It's just like, oh.
But even then, you can't really punch in that much.
No.
So, like, you're punching in on one potato. I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, you know what? Before I leave, no, the new Quantum Leap. What did you think of the female lead? You know, his fiance, his hologram.
I don't like it.
Oh no!
Ooh, I don't want to sound misogynistic, but I don't like it.
Okay, wait. You don't like that? There's that personal connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even though technically they did, that's a little too personal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just like, the whole that's a little too personal.
Whoa. And what about the fact that they wrote it in? It's like she was supposed to be the leaper, but
so you just robbed us of a female leaper. Cool. Like, why put that there unless they're gonna bring her back and then they're gonna leap together?
Was that part of the decision? Maybe why we didn't have a white guy lead is because once they revealed, oh yeah, I was supposed to be the woman, they were just like, they don't want to be like, oh hey, another white guy took.
I don't know what it is, but like sometimes I feel like people think too much about it. Like there's certain shows where it's just like I'm not saying that the new lead actor feels like a diversity hire, but
ooh.
But I want to know who else auditioned. That's all I'm saying. I just want to know who else auditioned.
But again, I don't know if you're making the point, but it's just like I get that now with a lot of like our modern storytelling. Doesn't even have
like they feel like they have to do it.
It either has to be the love interest or hey, your parent or one of your relatives is in trouble. Yeah, it can't just be like, oh yeah, hey.
This is the problem that we had with modern day Barry.
Oh yeah,
he was just a good guy. He grew up with a good family. He just wanted to do good. What's so wrong with that? And this is what's wrong with American society.
Well, Jeff Johns started that whole Barry.
Look, listen, I know. Yeah. I love Jeff Johns sometimes, but that's the one thing that I was just like, he didn't need to be.
Yeah, why did we lose that? Barry was just a guy who got great power.
And I think that definitely, like I said, that is the downfall of like hero storytelling. It's like they can't just be a good guy; it has to personally affect them. Like, I've never been homeless, but I want to help the homeless problem. So
exactly. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the Flash TV show. It's like, it always has to be a love interest or a relative, and they doubled down and did both.
Hey-o. Talk about your personal connection, Barry.
Which we'll be getting to the Flash too, because yes, the final.
Oh, we should definitely do. We should definitely talk about the '90s Flash sometime too.
Yes. Well,
maybe we could even get good old JWS.
We're going to be getting to all of our old.
Listen, if you were like an '80s or '90s kid, this show is for you. We're doing deep dives. We're doing South Park, Seinfeld, TGI Friday from the '90s, and
so new stuff,
all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, definitely new stuff. But a lot of the new stuff, ironically, is based on all the old stuff we love, and definitely a lot of Star Trek. So if you are a Star Trek fan, you should definitely listen.
Definitely.
Listen, Strange New Worlds.
Hmm.
I cannot wait for that new season. We gotta save Una, obviously. So
Yes. The haircut.
and Daddy and Zaddy Mont we trust.
Oh
For
my!
sure. Oh, I have a Christopher Pike, the original Christopher Pike doll. I'm like, now I need the new Christopher Pike doll. Come on, Mego. Come on, do it.
I know.
Like, we haven't had a lot of Strange New World merch, so I'm just like, come on. I need those Funkos. It's gonna be crazy because they're gonna give it the hair.
Oh yes. You have to have the hair.
Have to have the hair. But I was actually really surprised that the new show is doing such a good job. I think it is doing a good job under the circumstances. I think a lot of fans wanted to hate the show. But it's a good premise, Quantum Leap, and I think that the lead actor is really, he's a good guy. You know, I like him.
No, I'm here for it.
Randomly, I can't put my finger on where I've seen him before.
Yeah, he does look familiar, but I couldn't place where I've
seen him. I know what it was. He's from that show Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is also a really good show. If you guys want to watch, I think it's on AMC if I'm not mistaken. It was one of those weird things.
Yeah, I think so because I remember seeing commercials during Walking Dead. Yeah,
it's a hell of a show. I like the twist in it for sure.
That's another one we're gonna have to cover. Walking Dead.
Oh, can we just do the comics instead?
I mean, we can do that too.
I love how he was like, yeah, they took like, I don't know, 6 seasons to get to issue 3 or something. Something crazy, he said it jokingly.
Well, again, by the end, I think it took 2 seasons to get to like issue 3 or so. You know,
yeah, whatever it was.
Spoiler: Shane dies at the end of season 2, and it's just, although season 1 was only 6 episodes, you know, they were waiting to see if it was a hit, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, before I forget, we have a voicemail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Did Charlie ever send one in?
No, he asked me several times, when are you doing it? When are you doing it? When are you doing it? And nothing. No, we got from our old friend we haven't heard from a while, Mr. Jesse Jackson.
Oh!
From Bruce Springsteen's #1 fan from his show,
For sure.
Bruce. All right, so yes, here's what Mr. Jesse Jackson had to think about Quantum Leap. See, you talk about us older guys like in Quantum Leap.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Right.
Bill, Lilith, Jesse Jackson from Set Lusting Bruce. Next Stop Everywhere, perfectly good podcast, and next best hope for conversation. Okay, now that I've done the plug, I love the new Quantum Leap series. I was a huge fan of the original series, and my thought was when they announced the new one, I kept praying, please be good, please be good, please be good. And I think it has been great. I love the characters. I love the dynamics. We are getting some interesting leaps. The crew that is back home are really interesting, some strong characters. I like the overall mystery of why Ben leaped. The relationship between him and his fiance is just gorgeous. I love the series so much. And anytime you need an extra voice to talk about it, please let me know. But I say, 9 out of 10 inappropriate leaps because it's just greatness. Bye.
Thank you, Jesse.
Oh, okay. So yeah, let's talk really quickly about the leaps that we've done so far. So like the first one was like a plot to steal the Hope Diamond.
Was that the first one? Oh, was it the first one? I remember it was some kind of robbery. I was like, yeah, this is.
And and then they dedicated it to Dean Stockwell. That was the first episode. Yeah. I don't know if that's the first episode that's in the watch order. Because I don't watch live TV anymore, so I don't know if that's actual.
Yeah, I remember it was the robbery.
That's supposed to be the pilot.
I believe it is. Here, I can look up my app. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I remember it was a robbery.
But I think so far my favorite one has to be the second one because I used to be a NASA nerd. So this one is about the Atlantis shuttle from 1998. And so, like, okay, so I think that they were hoping that people like my age would connect with it more because these are like things that like happened in our lifetime or very close to our lifetime and stuff that should be in like our cultural zeitgeist. Like, you know, Atlantis, obviously, like, huge thing. And then the other one was kind of old. The third one was from like the leap was from like 1977. I think that's like yeah. And then the other one is about that bounty hunter. I think that's my favorite one. I think A Decent Proposal from the Bounty Hunter in Los Angeles from 81.
They got that out of the way real quick. He's like, oh, look, basically he's going to leap in the women too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
then they talk about how Sam left to that in Vietnam or whatever.
Oh yeah, to save his brother. Yeah. That's when he.
So they're starting to put those little seeds in there. I think is because I was wondering.
Yeah, because that's when he leaped into Ernie Hudson. Yeah.
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 And then 5.
Oh wait! The bounty hunter one. What you think of your boy Justin Hartley was in there?
I mean, it's not, This Is Us, but
yeah, but again, it was NBC, so
yeah, I thought that was really cute. I'm glad that he's still doing good for himself. He's got a couple upcoming projects that we'll probably talk about.
Oh,
yeah. Then they had that one in the Old West.
Yes.
That's the one where I kind of was like, I was more interested in what they were doing in the present day.
I know, and I was
because that congresswoman shows up and you're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ben's making unauthorized leaps and they're like trying to like desperately scramble. Like the first episode did leave me a little confused because like it seemed like he had like amnesia.
Well, yeah, because I mean that was the original gag where it's like when Sam leaped, his memory was all Swiss cheesed, and he didn't even remember leaping in the first episode, and he didn't remember who Al was. He didn't remember his last name.
Yeah.
In that first episode, yeah. So they were kind of trying to do that, where it's I guess they're trying to make it like a puzzle thing. It's like now in the new one, every episode a piece of his memory comes back and stuff.
Yeah. So I feel like that was the one thing about the original that I didn't like and that they probably didn't have to do in the new one, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, especially if they're not going to play by the old rules. It's like, why would you? Again, I guess they're trying to build suspense.
Yeah. The Old West one, I was like, okay, here's our set piece. This is this one. Every season has to have one.
And again, no explanation how we can jump that far back.
I mean, we'll probably get it at the end of the season. I feel like everything they're doing is leading to whatever they want to do for the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're gonna probably reference back to that. For sure.
Episode 6. That's San Francisco earthquake.
Yeah. I actually who was it? It's like my aunt or somebody was actually in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Oh, and then the exorcism one was episode 7. That actually,
I love that they titled it "O Ye of Little Faith" too.
And that actually dropped on NBC on Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because it was a Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. But like that was definitely like a plot for Family Money, so I thought that was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, interesting. I was really, like I said, I'm not really familiar with the main actor, and I was really surprised that they kind of went with an unknown person.
Yeah.
I think that's been my biggest surprise. But like I said, they got Ernie Hudson as the surprise guys, I think. So that's probably why. Maybe. And again, it's like, Ernie Hudson's an older gentleman. So I'm like, maybe they're just like, yeah, if we're going to, Just in case. I feel like Ernie Hudson's the backup because he definitely has a little conspiracy theory going on too.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Everything. Those are the vibes. He's up to something as well.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I like a lesser known person just because it's like if they're too well known, I just see that person. I don't see the character.
Tom Cruise effect. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or The Rock at this point. Oh God, I just love that everybody's on the Rock hate train, but I've been on that hate train for like 6 years now. So welcome to the party.
You
can check the tapes on mine. I don't do it for clout. I do it because he ruined my favorite franchise.
Well, Hellfire built that bandwagon.
literally from the ground up. Everyone's like, oh my god, are you being so mean to the Rock? I was like, it's a reason why Black Adam took 15 years to make. He's freaking impossible to work with. Anywho, and so then that brings us to episode 8. Yeah, which is where, like, I can't believe it was like November. Like, that is a long ass break. That is worse than the Arrowverse breaks, bro. At least they gave us till December, and then they just cut us off until like the middle of January. This is a long break. This is the make or break it point for this show. You know, like people don't come back, people don't remember.
It seems like a lot of TV does that. 'Cause I know Walking Dead would do that. Yeah, it's like last week in November they would show an episode and they wouldn't come back till like, well, at least this one they're coming back the first week of January. Walking Dead wouldn't come back until like the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But like so yeah, like the whole thing, like I think a lot of episodes, unfortunately, I'm more interested in what's going on in the present day, just because like I'm a conspiracy kind of person, so everything just seems real like suspicious.
Well, yeah, that's probably the name of the game. It's like, oh, if you don't like that side, you come over here for what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, because that last sleep, I was like, nah, I don't care about these troubled youths.
Yeah, well, at least if you watch it on like live TV, like at least the previews tell you when it's coming back. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that was kind of a weird place for it to end too, I thought.
Oh yeah, well, it's like I remember why I left.
Oh, but apparently the next episode, this new episode is called Fellow Travelers. So I didn't really see a synopsis or anything for it. So I think it would be cool if he actually did run into another Leaper. Oh, evil Leaper comes back, maybe?
I got a synopsis.
Oh, you do? Can you read it to me?
Ben lands in 1979 Chicago as Jack Armstrong, a devoted security guard to talented pop singer Carly Farmer. During Carly's prep for a concert, it quickly becomes clear her life is in danger, and Ben must determine who is trying to kill her and why.
Evil Leaper.
Maybe.
Come on, Evil Leaper.
But they could
do it better. They could actually do it better this time, because I felt like the Evil Leaper was like
we never really explained that.
Yeah.
And remember,
I feel like this might be why name it Fellow Travelers. Why?
And remember, I mean, she kind of leaped out in that one episode, and you never know where she went. So, and they never tied those up, any of that Evil Leaper stuff up. So, could easily.
I think that's part of the conspiracy too. Maybe Ben is the actual Evil Leaper. I don't know. He's making unauthorized leaps. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but Al's daughter was kind of trying to help him, or she part of that.
Maybe she's keeping it on. Maybe she convinced him to do it. Who knows? I'm just saying, there's something going on with Ben. That might be the plot twist.
Well, at the end of the last
Ben's
one,
not the guy we were supposed to be rooting for.
Well, at the end of the last one, didn't he say something about he did it to save his fiance? And
yeah, but I don't believe that for some reason. I feel like if it's 2022, there's gonna be something nefarious. Trust no one. But no, like I said, I think it managed to capture kind of the charm of the original, but like they are still on kind of shaky ground because it is the first season, and TV is hard now. Some people would give a show. I know people who literally gave Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first season 16 episodes to get good. I gave it 3 and said peace out. That's my mark. Like if I really am trying to like a show, I will give it 3 episodes. But if I don't like the pilot, I am gone. Like I don't watch live TV anymore. I haven't for quite a while. So I just don't have patience for it. Gotta get to the point, babes.
I like everything.
Oh, he would have watched 20 seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He'd been the only one. Yeah. I don't know how. I do know how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That was subsidized by the mouse for commercials for new movies.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. It's basically like an hour-long commercial. Yeah.
Uninteresting. So I just never could get into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Plus, it had like the whole Joss Whedon effect.
Well, it's like there's so many seasons where like, oh, maybe we should do that, but it's just like every season is like they would kill off Clark Gregg and then they would like find an excuse to like bring him back. Oh, he's a robot this time. Or
like, babes, he's the show. Stop playing. Him and Ming Na were the show. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I love Ming Na, I love Clark, but like those other people, those other characters, no thank you.
Oh yeah, those two, held down the show. Chloe Bennett was eye candy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I see what you're doing. I don't like. I was just like, why couldn't he be married to freaking the Countess? Why? It was right there.
I told you she could be married to Patrick Warburton.
Oh, if they bring him in, it's over. It is
Oh,
over.
how great
Because
would
he
that
played
be?
the tick. Like, come on, Marvel, come on.
What, babe? You want superpowers? Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, I got an episode idea. When's the next Marvel movie coming out?
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania in February.
Let's rank all the MCU movies.
Okay.
Let's rank them where they fall. What still holds up and what doesn't after Phase 4. Oh my God, it's the official start of Phase 5. I just remembered.
Oh my God, what is it? It's like, oh yeah, so let's rank. What is it, like 25? Let's rank to 25.
We leave the
I'll
TV
do it.
shows out
I'll
of
do
it,
it.
obviously.
Yeah.
Just the movies.
Just the
We
movie.
can rank the TV shows later, like when Daredevil comes out. We can rank all the MCU TV shows.
Yeah, 2 lists. Yes. The ranking the movies, ranking the TV shows. Yes.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, no, I think that if you like a good, I think that I watch a lot of sci-fi shows now, modern day, because I'm trying to keep that genre alive. It is so, like, networks are so resistant to doing like sci-fi and fantasy. They feel like it's not a good return on investment. So I do want to support all sci-fi shows, even if it's not as good as I think it could be. I want to give it time to grow into a good show that it can be. Because a lot of my favorite sci-fi shows, like, Babylon 5 and all, I'll even go out on a limb and I'll say, no, I'll just stick to Babylon 5. I won't go there about Farscape because it was never going to be a good show.
I mean,
I wanted to have time to grow because I think that, like, I learned that with Stargate. It's like, it went 10 seasons, longer than any Star Trek show, right? And it had 2 spinoffs, it had TV movies, it had all this because the fans supported it. And I just feel like, if you don't want it to die and you want it to be relevant for your kids, you just have to kind of like put in the time, put in the work to let the networks know, yes, we do like this.
Yeah.
Especially since NBC is very notorious for canceling sci-fi shows as well as like superhero shows. Rest in peace, The Cape. Rest in peace, Constantine. I literally stopped watching NBC when they canceled Constantine. This is like my first time like watching an NBC show since then. That's not Law and Order.
Constantine.
Real talk.
I remember Constantine in the Cape. Oh God.
Yeah.
But no, I love Quantum Leap. I mean, I was into it. I mean, if you guys can find the tie-in novels, I'm so mad.
That's what I'm looking for next. I remember you mentioned it, and I was looking for it.
I would love to find those.
I think my library said that they could get them from some library in Connecticut if I really wanted it. So I'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, they really experimented with. I mean, there was one leap where he leaps into like 2 different people. I mean, it's
now, were they canon? Like, did anybody from the TV show actually write it, or was it like some of those other books? Because like I have all the Smallville novels, both sets, and none of it is. Well, the first 2 in the second series are canon because one's based on the original pilot, and then the other one is like the follow-up episode, and then they all kind of just go off on their own.
All right, I'm looking this up. I forget because I
know the Star Trek novels are not canon. So I was just asking.
Yeah, I sold them off, and I'm so mad. Yeah.
You sold them? Are you insane?
I know. I am.
I could never sell my Smallville collection. That's my prized possession.
I mean, there's stuff I keep, and I don't know why I sold these off.
Because you'll never find books anymore. Like I had trouble finding. Like I had like 3 missing from my Smallville collection, and it took me 3 years to find them.
I mean, no, I went. There's a local bookstore we have not too far from here. I mean, you could find a ton of Star Trek stuff, but yeah, there was no Quantum Leap in there. I think that's where I even sold them to. But yeah, someone must have grabbed them right up. You know what? I don't know if it's.
You know what you should have done? You should have donated it to your local library.
I should have. Yeah. None of the names are standing out. I don't know if it was writers from the show, but there are a lot of female writers on a lot of these. So.
I'm gonna have to look into those books for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it.
And I'll get back to you. I'll see what I can.
Yeah, there's something like 20 of them. Yeah.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah.
Now, were they written? Do you know if they were written after the show, or before the show, or during the show?
Well, I think of course, like the first one might have been like the novelization of the pilot or whatever, but I forget. I know I just picked them up whenever I saw them, but
that would be interesting. I'm gonna definitely research. We're gonna bring that back around for season 2 of the new Quantum Leap.
Mhm.
I was trying to see what I can figure out.
And again, I mean, the last book, what was that, Mirror's Edge? It said, I do remember that. I kind of remember that one, but it's like that's the other thing they did in the book sometimes, where it's like, in the TV show, he never leaped. He was leaping in his lifetime. He never leaps past when he leaped. Some of those books, he, like the last one, he leaps into 1999 after he had leaped. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That kind of, you know what? I think why I like Quantum Leap is because I actually like the book The Time Traveler's Wife. And it's kind of a very similar premise, but he's like a natural time traveler, like he was born time traveling. And they talk about like how he only leaped like one time outside of his life, and it was to meet his daughter.
Ooh.
Yeah. Super good book. The movie, not so great. Actually, the TV show that HBO Max canceled, which I'm pissed about, starring Theo James's butt, was really good too.
Well,
it is a weird story about a guy grooming his future wife, but if you can look past that, don't judge me. If you can look past that, it is actually a super, super, really interesting story about time travel. And I think that's probably why I like Quantum Leap, because I do love time travel stories.
Yeah. And I think because I think, of course, the books don't have that problem, because I think I read somewhere Belisario said like one of their biggest problems was like the budget on the original series. They would,
of course,
it's
always about money.
Yeah, that's why the new one you get like on the space.
Oh, the set is beautiful.
Yeah.
Look, listen, the CGI effects, and it's because it's its first season. As we learn with the Flash and Arrow, sometimes it takes a while for them to get the templates right and really figure out what works and lighting and what the like actual like actors and directors need to do. So I think as it goes, it will get better for sure.
But I mean, let that original series look, even like season 4 and 5 towards the end, it's like they show the project. What do you see? A darkened room with a console.
Well, that's a little different, especially when it comes to sci-fi shows back then.
Yeah,
they really didn't want to give them the budget, and the older a show gets, the less profitable it becomes, especially if it's a sci-fi show.
Yeah.
So if you don't have like a spin-off, like supplementing your budget and stuff like that, it does get a little rough.
Yeah. But yeah, I believe Belisario.
But if it had been a major blockbuster ratings thing, they probably would have put more money into it. But
yeah,
like
I said,
they moved it around a lot too.
That's the other problem. Again, like late 80s, early 90s. I mean, look what happened to John Wesley Shipp's Flash. I mean, one season they moved that thing around at least 2.
Oh, that's
times,
CBS.
Right? Yeah. But I'm just saying.
That's CBS. Yeah. But yeah, NBC was notorious for that as well. Because they were really building, like, I think they were living off of LA Law at the time, and like Cheers, maybe. Cheers was NBC, right?
Yeah.
So I think it was like Cheers, LA Law, because my mom watched that, and
yeah.
ER, definitely ER in the early 90s was
and that was the era of Golden Girls too, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, and then their terrible spinoff, Empty Nest. We'll talk about it. Don't think we're not gonna have a Golden Girls episode. Don't think about it. We're gonna have it.
You know what?
Betty White's birthday next year. We're gonna do it. Phil, mark that down.
I watched some of those first run in Empty Nest. I know what you're talking about.
Me too. Oh, listen, I was there. Like that. Who's the boss? Look, listen. I will watch it every week, and then I will watch the reruns.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm a huge Who's the Boss and Golden Girls fan. It's unfortunate what Alyssa Milano's become, but
oh my.
Yeah, I think she was like my first girl crush. I loved Alyssa Milano when I was younger. She was really relatable. Not like that. She was the cool girl.
Mm-hmm. Shh, we love Alyssa Milano, but please come talk to us.
I mean, I'm a Charmed fan as well. I love Melrose Place, where she played younger sister. I could go on. I loved Devious Maids. Like I said, I could go on. I've watched a lot. You know what? Honestly, I watched a lot of TV when I was growing up until like probably like 5 years ago. I really just kind of like read now. I do. Like, I'm an old lady now. I'm going to take up crocheting any day now.
Talking to her dogs. Chapter 17 was delightful.
No, I have so many books that I need to read that are looking at me.
But no, I was gonna say that's in the more episodes, TV and movie crushes, and you know.
Oh, my favorite biscuits.
Oh,
starring Justin.
You know who we're gonna get for biscuit episodes, yeah.
Oh yeah, at least once a month. Favorite biscuit, but make it a theme.
My
Favorite
favorite
sci-fi biscuit.
number one.
Phil, you're gonna have to find somebody to talk about hot girls now. Well, that would be me too, but still.
I'll tell you my all times. And
Save it. Make it for content.
oh yeah. Got to tune back in for that, kids.
But yeah, so if you guys are loving Quantum Leap, we would love the new Quantum Leap, or what are your thoughts on the old Quantum Leap? We'd love to hear it. And we got a lot planned for you guys.
And what do you want to hear?
Yes, suggestion box is open.
But yes, I mean, you can always reach out to us. I mean, we're Salty and Pennies on Facebook, on Twitter, Capes and Lunatics Networks on Hive. But we have our own email. And see if you see this coming up the street, kids. All right. If you want to send us your thoughts or suggestions, email saltyandpetty69@gmail.com.
No! Was it the only way you could get Salty and Petty?
Oh, pretty much, yeah. I'm like, well, Salty and Penny won't go in. What number can I plug in? Of course.
Of course, 69.
The Hellfire brand.
Yeah, I'm glad you talked me into doing this. Yeah, Quantum Leap, the original, was pretty dang good show.
Yeah. Again, just the chemistry between Sam and Al, yeah.
Yeah, that, like I said, that really carried the show through its dark times, and it's just so unfortunate that he passed away. And
yeah,
because he would have probably talked Bakula into it sooner.
Oh.
Like I said, I really feel like we're even if he doesn't show up, I feel like they are going to rescue Sam Beckett to wrap that up so that they can be their own thing, because that is definitely hanging over everybody's head, I think. I mean, as a fan,
I think they want to do that because, I mean, that first episode they mentioned Sam Beckett every 2 seconds. So,
yeah,
yeah,
which kind of rubbed me the wrong way too. It's kind of how I feel about the first episode of Deep Space Nine, where they have to have Picard give the black man the baton.
Yeah.
Shatner didn't have to give you the baton. Who the hell do you think you are? Even though I love Patrick, I do. I felt like that was really unnecessary.
Well, I think in both cases it was just like, oh, hey, yes, this is tied into that other popular show, so you should watch this too.
I think that was to its detriment. Like when Q showed up, it's my least favorite episode of all time of Deep Space Nine.
But again,
because he's a god too. Well, he's the son of gods. He's a prophet. You know?
I like always give shows to at least till the second season, because if I judge shows, I mean, I'm liking this new.
Oh, especially Star Trek shows. Don't.
Oh yeah. If I based all my Next Generation on season 1, I never.
Oh, we would have never watched it again.
Yeah,
absolutely. But thank God it was the only thing on at 12 o'clock on first run syndication when I was a kid. Although honestly, I really was attracted to Captain Picard. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. So I was just like, and then, Dr. Crusher was really pretty too. And then we had, Troy. I was like, okay. And, we had Wesley, even though I totally wanted him to shut up. We didn't need a kid in that show. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think we'll get into this in any Star Trek talk, but I think the original plan was they wanted to focus the show on him, and I think right away they realized no, let's go back to the tried and true formula. Let's focus on the captain. Yes.
yes. Thank God. Although I would love to see like Star Trek Academy. I think that would be really cool, because we kind of got a dose of it in the J.J. Abrams verse. Mm-hmm. And I think we could actually, in like kind of like Lower Decks, is kind of like, the people making the, bones coming up through the ranks. I think a live action show, that would be really cool. I don't know when we said it, but I think that would be really cool. I would even maybe set it like the first Star Trek Academy class as the first season. I don't know. Or even a comic book. I'm just really curious about this, Fleet Academy. I think that would be really cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could do an episode, not even.
Just pitching ideas.
No, Star Trek. No, Star Trek series. Not Star Trek series, but just rank favorite episodes from all the series.
Oh, say less. You got it. We'll probably do that around when Strange Worlds comes out. Then.
Yes.
Or if you want to do it for when, not Discovery, but what's the other one?
Strange New Worlds, Discovery, Lower Decks.
No, Picard. When Picard comes out, we can do that. Maybe we just stick to Next Generation episodes.
Yes.
For that one.
Yes. Yeah, because I think it's February. Yeah, Picard comes back. So
yeah, and
for the final season,
I think it goes Picard, Discovery, then Strange New Worlds, or Discovery, Picard. I'm not sure. I don't watch Discovery anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure Picard might be the next.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I was pretty sure.
I mean, unless Discovery's right around the corner. Yeah, Picard's February, so.
Hold on. Discovery. I don't know. I don't think they even care about Discovery anymore.
I mean, like you said,
it did its purpose. It got Strange New Worlds. So
yeah, I mean, all these TV shows. I mean, like
so
they take their
the 2022 was its 5th season.
Was it 5th?
And I don't think that they really talked about it at Star Trek Day. Oh, it's gonna come out. They're saying March.
Okay, so it's after Picard, probably. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it'll go Picard, Discovery, Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
Or it might even go Picard, Strange New Worlds, Discovery, because I think this is going to be the last season of Discovery.
Or maybe.
It's not doing good, and it costs more money than both Picard and Strange New Worlds.
Well, I kind of figured, because I'm trying to remember, was like this last season and maybe even the season before, they kind of ended the season where it's like, oh yeah, that could have been like a series finale.
Yeah,
But Picard.
No, I think, like I said, season 5 definitely did its job in launching Strange New Worlds, so it's not needed anymore.
Well, no,
they've got Lower Decks in the other animated show. Like, there's just too much Star Trek stuff that costs too much money, and it's not a really good return on investment. Like, I never really hear people talking about Discovery.
Oh,
anymore.
Picard's February 16th premiere. So, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it's only 6 episodes, or 10.
Hold on. Close it out.
I have to get caught up. They kind of lost me last season a little bit.
No, it's 10. 10 episodes.
That would take us to March. And I know that they did need to do some more stuff on the production side for season 2.
Wait a minute. Are they? Unless they're taking a break, because right now I'm seeing episode 10. They're saying April 20th.
It might be part 1, part 2.
Maybe they do 5 and 5 or something.
Yeah, they might have to finish up on the CGI too. You know, they do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true.
Oh, they want to, they might take a break, because if you play it 30 days, if you play it straight through, people will cancel. So they have to keep people.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember I binged what I originally got Paramount Plus for was a show called Evil.
Mm-hmm.
And I binge watched season 1 and season 2 and canceled. And now I'm a permanent member, obviously, because I do all the Star Trek stuff, and I rewatch it, and they have a couple other good things on there too. But yeah, that's originally the only thing that I was using, so I would cancel it in between seasons. So I think they've kind of learned their lesson to kind of have everything kind of leapfrog from one another, so you don't have a reason to cancel.
Oh, you know what else we could do? You know what's premiering this month? Another remake. Night Court.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Thank you. Another NBC show.
Yes, yeah, wow, yeah, with Melissa Rauch from Big Bang Theory, and I believe she plays the judge.
The daughter, Harry's daughter. Yeah, I remember we had talked about that previously.
And as far as I know, the only returning person is John Larroquette.
Oh
no, John Larroquette. Yeah.
He's kind of problematic now, but okay.
Oh, really?
I'll allow
really?
it. He was always he's kind of the Dan Aykroyd of the Night Court community.
Okay.
Tolerable, but questionable.
Let me see. I wonder how many episodes it got, because I only see a list for the first 3. So
probably 10. Everybody's really been downside. Like, I think that the era of 22 episode seasons is over.
Well, if you premiere in January, is that like a mid-season?
Yeah, so 13 at most.
Yeah. So yeah, TV's coming back, kids.
Well, that's the thing about sitcoms. I think almost all sitcoms start off at a mid-season count, and then you used to have to work to get the extra 9 for your 22. Like, they would, like, if you were doing really good in your first 3 episodes, they would go ahead and greenlight the last 9. So it's called getting the back 9. I think that's a thing of the past. I think it's just going to be either 10 or 13 episodes, and you get a season 2. Because there is a writer's strike right around the corner, a lot of people are saying. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The 2023 season's looking real bleak. After the mid-season, it's looking real bleak.
Oh, damn.
They might be able to stave it off to the 2024 season, but there were a lot of shows that said they weren't probably coming back till 2024, 2025, like on like the streaming services. Like, it's only specifically the streaming service, because the writers aren't getting paid anymore on the streaming. Like, they used to be able to do it in reruns, but now that everybody's trying to move it over to streaming services, they're not really getting the money that they used to from residuals. I think that's what the whole contract negotiation is about.
Is that possibly the reason why we're not premiering Daredevil until 2024? Is we're planning?
I do believe so, my good sir. I do believe so.
See,
so like a lot of things are like kind of starting to make sense to me. Like I'm hearing a lot of like my industry friends kind of saying, yeah, probably it's gonna be a writer's strike again. And we just had one. It was over really quickly, but I think like the way that TV is moving more and more towards streaming services, and we probably won't ever have reruns again. It'll probably just be news and like Family Feud at this point until the news comes on.
hey, let's throw this out here. Hey, if you got a show coming out and you're like a writer in the writer's room, hey, come.
I would love to talk to TV writers. They're some of the coolest people ever, especially showrunners. I would love to talk to showrunners, but any writer in the writer's room is cool.
And not even news shows. It's like, oh, hey, Flash
Did you
TV
have
writers,
Did you have a hit TV show in the 80s? This is the show for you.
You could do that. Yeah. Or I was going to say like Picard, it's your last season, come talk to us.
Yeah.
Did you write TV at any point in history? Come talk to us.
All my favorite writers are honestly dead because I love Lucy, stuff like that. That is really, as a 90s kid, that really, there were a ton of 50s 50s reruns when I was young. I don't know what that's about, but that was there. So I think I Love Lucy really shaped me. The Honeymooners.
Or hey, not only TV actors, voice actors.
Yes, we need to spotlight our voice actors because more and more they are hiring just famous people.
Yes.
We need to appreciate our voice actors. Not just Tara Strong, although she is amazing. Mm-hmm. But I swear that's the first person anybody mentions. And I'm just like, for me, it's Cree Summer, but go off.
I mean, you know who we need to get, I mean, I don't know, it'll probably be impossible, but you know who we need to get that would take
Mark
many
Hamill?
of your, of course.
He's like, of course, dummy.
Of course, that goes without saying, but who would tick many of your boxes? Rosenbaum.
Oh, yes. I heard, this is just a rumor. I heard James Gunn might be open to him being Lex Luthor. It's just a rumor. It's just a rumor. Don't at me. But I heard that they had a conversation. He might even show up on his podcast. So if he shows up on the podcast, guys, no, that's our sign. That's our sign.
I mean, hey, look, they love bringing the old, doing that now. I mean, look at the Spider-Man stuff. I mean, they love tying in the continuity and stuff. Yeah,
so that was a rumor that I heard from a very reliable source. So if James Gunn shows up on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, not the Smallville podcast, the other podcast, Inside of You, right? That's the name of it, right?
What? Inside of, I think so. I mean, I haven't listened to it. I keep meaning to, but
it's so good. It's so good.
I'm so behind on all
the Tony Smallville podcast is okay, but they're on seasons where I actually like intimately know all the background stuff. So I'm just like, I'll wait till they get to like season 5 and what they really thought of it.
I should do that while I'm still on vacation. Yeah, I'm so behind.
Yeah, his early it's don't let the Joe Rogan vibes scare you. They go away very soon. It's just the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Then he hits his stride, and I love that podcast. So yeah, if he shows up on his podcast,
hey,
just know we might be getting Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor again.
Yeah, these famous people who are doing podcasts now. I mean, come on, you already know how to podcast.
You're killing us.
No, Rosenbaum, come talk to us. I mean, I want to talk to Tom and Harry from Star Trek Voyager. They do.
Oh, I would love it. The only people that I will not be welcoming is the people that are doing Ned's Declassified because they're problematic.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, Lindsay can kiss my ass. Yes, she can.
That wasn't. I'm not familiar. Or something.
He's like, I'm not a '90s kid, Little. Well, sucks to be you then.
I was gonna say, don't worry about them being problematic. It wasn't on my list, so.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, which is one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. Like, I love Nickelodeon. I was a Nickelodeon kid, not a Disney kid. So. I mean, technically, I was a Disney kid because ABC was bought out during my childhood by Disney.
Yes.
Very early into my childhood, on top of that. So like Boy Meets World, all that stuff is technically you're a Disney kid.
Oh, there you go. There's another person who would tick all our boxes. What's his face? The older brother from Boy Meets World.
Oh, he's problematic too.
Oh,
but
okay.
Will Friedle, I don't know. If he apologizes to Trina McGee, like an actual apology, then he can come on. But until then, no.
Hey, Lil, send me an unproblematic list or
Ooh,
a
it's gonna be short, baby.
I'm
So
just-
basically, Mark Hamill. He's our undisputed, unproblematic king at this point. I mean, I don't know. Like it kind of broke my heart when I heard what kind of like happened between him and Trina McGee from Boy Meets World. Because I love Batman Beyond. He is my Terry McGinnis. Don't get it twisted. But yeah. Yeah, it's a short list. It's basically just Mark Hamill. I love that for him though.
I mean, this show is basically going to be our, anything, I mean, we'll still talk a little bit of comics, but this is our place to go to talk, mostly stuff other than comics. So.
Oh yeah, like comics aren't even going to be good until March, so don't worry about it. Like they still have to, especially DC, like they still have to readjust from like Dark Crisis. So I'm gonna let them get their stuff together before I like go in on them.
And I know we're going long, but what the hell's going on over at DC? I know that everything's in flux, but it's like, did you see that thing yesterday where it's like, oh no, the Green Lantern HBO Max series is canceled. James Gunn now says it's false. It's like, what's going on over there?
Oh, I don't think that they like James Gunn's direction, so they're trying to undermine him.
Ew.
I think the whole Henry Cavill thing has them rethinking stuff. I do. I never really thought that honestly, look, I'm gonna tell you something, and you guys are gonna be shocked. I think that they should hire Bendis. He's a people person. He has connections. He's a good leader as long as there's other people around him to like mellow him out. Like he can sit down and plan out stuff, and then people can just like, no, maybe let's do it like this. And like from everything I heard, he's a really good guy. People get along with him. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Who I think that they should bring back is Dan DiDio. He actually has TV show experience. All his TV show stuff is really good. If you look at his background and his track record, his TV stuff is great.
Oh gosh.
Like not the DC stuff, but like the TV like reboot, like all the kids stuff that he did before he went to DC.
She met him. He must have got her to drink that Kool-Aid.
I'm just being real. I'm being real and pragmatic. All the old people that had a problem with Dan DiDio are gone. Thanks to the Warner Brothers Discovery bloodbath. But I don't honestly. The people that run like the Warner Brothers HBO stuff are terrible people.
Yeah.
Dan DiDio might have made questionable choices, but he's not a terrible person deep down. The people that are running HBO Max right now are terrible people through and through. So I don't know if he would even want to go back at this point. He seemed like he didn't. So
yeah.
But that's somebody with TV experience, because that's what they need to focus on. Like the movies, forget it. You're never gonna catch up with Marvel. Focus on TV. Because no offense, I don't like any of the MCU shows. I don't. They're okay. Hawkeye's okay. It's good. It's some of the best stuff they did. And until Daredevil comes out, I'll reserve judgment. But WandaVision, it was okay. It was cute for what it was, but
that was basically
it's gonna tie into a movie.
Yeah.
Like everything, Loki. We're getting ready for Kang the Conqueror. Like nothing can stand on its own. I don't like TV shows where I gotta watch 50 movies to understand what the hell's going on.
I mean, and I know eventually they're all going to tie into movies, but I mean, like Moon Knight, She-Hulk, I mean, those really aren't tied.
And She-Hulk's not getting a second season, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that came down like last week, I think. Moon Knight's not getting a second season either because they're not going to put them in the movies. Sorry, guys.
What?
Sorry, guys. That's what I heard from a reliable source. They might make cameos, but it's not going to be like a Spider-Man thing. Yeah, they said that it just didn't test well, and it is what it is.
The F?
Quiet as it's kept, they're kind of upset about Miss Marvel not doing as well as they thought they would, but she's in the Marvels. She's in the Marvels. What are you going to do? She might get a season 2, but that's about it.
Oh my God, Monica Rambeau is going to have to carry that whole movie. Oh my God.
She is literally going to carry the Marvels on her whole ass back. Yes, ma'am. So yeah, so it's just kind of like that whole thing with the MCU TV shows. I don't care for it. Whereas even as much as I have all that vitriol for the Arrowverse, I still actually love it. Supergirl, Superman included, I still love it. I think they're good shows. They just struggled a lot with executive interference. Oh, you can't do this. We're doing the movie. And then the movie hasn't even come out. It's been 10 years. The fuck you talking about?
I mean,
We could have had such a better Supergirl. You can't do that because of the movie. Be fucking for real. The Flash, literally, the Flash has been in development hell as long as freaking Black Adam. So you think that movie's really going to be any good? Really?
And now the
Really?
Snyderverse. Oh, is that true that they already cut out Henry and Gal's cameos in the Flash? And
We'll see, because look, people have already seen a cut of that movie.
yeah, but are they?
So we'll know.
Are they still recutting it?
Well, I would.
Yeah.
I heard they're going to cut Michael Keaton out too.
That movie's gonna be 15 minutes long.
I can't believe they're still actually putting that movie out.
I know.
So crazy.
I know.
So crazy.
You know what? It has to be a thing where it's like they're gonna lose more money just scrapping it than putting it out.
Listen, they should have look. They should have done what I said. They should have just set it on fire and got the insurance money.
Oh, accidents happen. Yes.
Ain't no way. That's gonna be more divisive than anything they've ever done previously. I'm talking.
Yeah. Just all the negative press Ezra's gotten.
At least we haven't heard about him in a few weeks. That's good. Is he?
Yeah,
in
but
jail?
yeah, well,
is he in custody? Is that why we haven't?
Supposedly, didn't they go get help?
Did they?
I thought.
I did not see that. I just know that I haven't heard from any of their shenanigans lately.
I thought statements were made, but I don't know if anything ever really came of it. I don't.
Hold on. Let me. You know what? Let me. Let me ping somebody really quick. And
was it just the oh hey, make a public statement and then keep your mouth shut and stay hidden?
Stay the hell out of the spotlight. Yeah. Let's see.
Especially where it's just like, oh yeah, you don't have the rest of that Snyderverse to prop you up anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we haven't heard from him in at least 3 weeks. So. Oh, he's from New Jersey. No, they're from New Jersey. It explains everything now. Never mind. No, I'm serious. Like, no, it totally tracks now. I did not put the puzzle piece together till just now. But yeah, it all's been quiet on the Ezra front for about 3 weeks. So they might be in a 30-day quick rehab. They might.
New Jersey, that hive of scum and villainy.
We're doing me now?
Why did I never put that together? Like, that literally, like, when I was looking, I was like, oh, God, he's from New Jersey. No, it all makes sense!
I did not know that, but it tracks.
Well, also, like, a lot of it, too, they're only 30, and, you know, you don't actually, your brain doesn't mature until 25, but if you've been, you get kind of some developmental delays, because he's been acting since he was a lot younger. And, you know, if you are around a certain crowd, if you know anything about the making of The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I think is like his first movie, I can honestly believe some of the mental things that he says they say they've been going through. But, like, holding somebody at gunpoint is not a mental issue. Sorry. Sorry. Grooming young girls, not a mental issue. So, but some of the other stuff I totally could see, but the other stuff, I'm just like, no, babes, you're cracking up. You're cracking under the pressure. So yeah.
All right, so
let's wrap it up. It's a long one, guys, but we'll try to keep it 75 minutes or shorter.
Hey, it's first episode. Come on.
Yeah.
And you had a lot to unpack, especially this week.
Literally unpack. You're funny.
Oh, I didn't even mean that, but oh.
Where's my voucher credit, Southwest? They said it was going to take 5 days, too, for my voucher credits to show up. Yeah. So otherwise,
Again, save it for the warmer weather. Come up when it's warmer.
But you live in Pennsylvania. It's never warm.
Come up in the summer. It'll be like 70, 80 degrees out. Come on.
Babes, I'm from the land of 100 degrees and humid.
Hey, there are some years it gets up to like 90 up here. Like 90 something.
Like I said, I'm going to shoot for the spring or a little later in January. So we'll see. Just a weekend. Just a drive-by.
Damn it. We're supposed to have a week. Damn it.
Oh, if you really want a week, fine. I'll try to find some time for a week.
No, let's start with the weekend because...
Exactly.
You shoot high and get shot down.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, kids. So yes, comments, suggestions, Again, send us your voicemails on
Favorite TV shows from when you were a kid, especially if you're a 90s kid or an 80s kid.
Exactly. Oh, should we tell them what we're talking about next week?
Oh, yeah. We'll try to stay topical, but of course, we're going to have our rants and everything else, too.
But yeah, next week is, yes, we're going to be talking some Golden Globes, right?
Yeah, I actually haven't seen a lot of movies this year. I think I've only seen like 45, which... Like new movies. Usually I try to do about 100 every year.
Oh.
So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to see what I've seen and talk about it, I guess. What about you? How many movies do you think?
I haven't seen any. No, I haven't seen that many. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It's like, yeah, this one sounds stupid.
I didn't check to see if Wakanda Forever was nominated, but I heard that they were going to nominate it. Like Disney was putting that movie forward.
Oh, did I? I mean, I know people were saying she should, but did Angela Bassett get nominated for something for that? I thought.
I will find out next week.
I thought if anyone, I thought it was Angela Bassett was getting something or nominated for something, maybe like best supporting or something.
Yeah.
So yes, kids. So yes. Next week is next episode is Golden Globe. So if you have thoughts, send in your you can send in written feedback, email us, or voicemails. You can email voicemails too. Just send us voicemail like Jesse Jackson.
Be cool like Jesse Jackson.
Again, we're on Facebook, Twitter. Again, saltyandpetty69@gmail.com. Hey, that's it. Of course, everyone's like, oh, Hellfire 69. Tell me you're not going to remember that, kids. saltyandpetty69@gmail.com. You're not going to forget it, especially the people who know us. All right. So find. But no. You want to know where you can find links to this show, other shows we do, because yes, Little Hellfire and I do podcast a lot. And this is a CapesandLunatics Sidekicks project. So yes, links to all that, all the social medias. With this will also be up on the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel. So if you want to watch videos, hey guys, Little Hellfire is.
I'm actually on camera.
He is actually on camera, so
I'm gonna try to be on camera for Salty and Petty, but I can't make any promises. Y'all know I love to drink.
She needed the full audio and video hate to let
Southwest know I mean business.
Roll on to the internet.
Don't get boycotted, Southwest. Get your shit together.
So if you actually want to see Little Hellfire's face, yes.
If you want to see my Hawkeye T-shirt,
yeah,
with Kate Bishop.
her 3D Hawkeye shirt. That's on the Capes and Lunatics YouTube channel. Again, we have a Patreon. Get extra bonus content, original content there. A lot of times when we talk to famous people, we will get early access there, kids. We got lots of surprises coming up in 2023. And hey, please, if you also want to keep supporting us with more stuff, Capes Lunatics and Capes Lunatics Sidekicks merch. We need some Salty and Petty merch.
Oh, absolutely. We need salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, yes.
Just like the little, like not real ones, but those little toy ones or whatever. Like Blue's Clues.
With our faces on them.
Wait, and Justin's the cumin. Or the paprika. Wait, no, we'll keep it paprika.
Well, that escalated.
Because that's a How I Met Your Mother.
Cock-a-doodle-doo. Oh no. We need like a picture of us on the salt and pepper shakers, and it's like, don't get it in your eye or something.
You'll shoot your eye out.
All right. Yeah. I'm sure this time next year we'll be doing holiday ranking holiday movies or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. But yes, so yeah, kids, we can find links to all the social medias, everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And again, most importantly, yes, saltyandpetty69@gmail.com. All right, Lilith, you want to tell people, if they dare, where they can find you on the corners of the internet?
so you guys know, since social media is a hellscape right now, I am just focusing on TikTok. Maybe I'm making some content, maybe I'm not, but I definitely am making all the comments. So if you want to find me on TikTok, feel free at Lilith Hellfire 69.
Either do the 6 or do the 9. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Oh yeah, and for any new listeners, yes, I have at least almost 2 full pages of Lilith Hellfire drops.
He can literally do this podcast without me. It's fine.
Very hard, very tempting. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
Enjoy it. Savor that, Phil, because you're not gonna be able to use it too much longer.
I know you're gonna have to send me something like, "Can I get a ride on your armadillo back, bro?" All right.
Oh, I also put the Golden Globe nomination list in the private chat.
Okay. All right. So yeah, maybe when I make the next episode post, yes, I'll put up the categories. Yeah, guys, send us in your thoughts.
For predictions, yeah, send in your predictions.
Predictions. Who should win? Who will win? Yes. All right. Thank you for joining us for our very long first episode. Supersized first episode.
Supersized double teamed.
Oh, kids, we're gonna do a bunch of deep dives.
Welcome to Something,
No.
home of the dick jokes.
We're gonna be ranking like fast food. Remember we were talking about doing that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Best fast food items ever. Yeah.
All right.
Bring back the McTaco.
So now until next time, keep it salty, keep it petty.
And don't forget, eat the rich.